Daryl Brooks. I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
Mama! Mama!
I don't have a motherfucking clue what we're going to talk about today. I don't have an idea. Not a fucking clue in the world. So here we go, you fucking cross-eyed cocksuckers. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, motherfucker? Smoking that crack, sucking that dick. Ooh, yeah. How you guys doing? Monday, the shittest day of the week. Craig just admitted that he's racist. Wow, that's something. Sure you want to come out with that, Craig? It's kind of a big thing to announce in a YouTube chat. But hey, you know, what? You do what you got to do, buddy. You do what you got to do, right? What's going on, folks? JT, Craig, Jack Me Off, Joe, Jason, Ray, Hertigen, Jimmy Morrison, Robert, Pawlowski, I guarantee he's a Polak, Adrian. Wow, Adrian's here. Holy shit, must be a BLM fucking parade going on or something. We got 3D, Atomizer, Kevin. Woo-hoo-wee. Is that the Jean Paul? Is that Jean Paul? That's not John Paul Van Damme. John Paul Van Damme's not, his name's not John Paul. It's, never mind. We got Ismail. What's going on, Ismail? We got Dan Carey. Holy son of a bitch. Is that your wedding? Is that your wedding night photo? Sadly, no, that's my old high school photo. The thumbnail is actually a picture of me back in high school, and that's the photo I used to send out to the girls on American Online, aka AOL. That was like my profile pic I would send out to girls. Like 19 male, Chicago, hung. You got to tell them you're hung, because here's my philosophy, and I said this before. Listen closely when I say this. If you meet a girl off the internet, or whatever the case may be, to where you know you're going to get lucky, always tell the girl you're hung. Always tell her. Because when you come down to it, and her pants are down, and your pants are down, you could have the tiniest dick in the world. She's not going to say no, because you're already, like, in the middle of it. So just do it. All she's going to do is, what, not call you the next day because you lied about your dick size. But at least you'll get laid or you'll get that blowjob. It worked every single fucking time. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Ruben, we got Terry. What's going on, you fucking sellout fuck? Oh, that's the fake Terry, I think. God damn, we got Drunk Bachelor. I seen Drunk Cicero earlier. I'm not sure if he's still here. We got Raw Truck creeping around like he always does. Did I mention Jason? Not sure if I did, but I'll do it now. I think the only reason why Adrian is like showing his face around YouTube now is because he's out to support good old Daryl Brooks. He's out there supporting him, selling DB shirts, trying to raise money for his defense that he apparently doesn't need. And we got Robert Shkreli, whose birthday I thought was today, but it's actually in August. And all the way from Acapulco, fogging out with the fucking Batman. What's going on, you son of a bitch? Then we got some heavy hitters in here tonight. Batman, Adrian. Woo! There's Cicero. Drunk as a fucking skunk. God damn. So I spent pretty much all my days just watching this dude's trial. Not because I care about him, but the fact that the judge is letting him represent himself, and he has the IQ of a Fagan, that's pretty bad. And she lets him get away with any fucking thing. He could say anything he wants. he could say it under his breath, she'll just pass it off, no big deal. He could probably pull his dick out, jump onto the, I don't know, what's that thing called? The clerk's desk or whatever, and start fucking pounding her in the mouth with his dick, and she won't do nothing, I guarantee you, to him. She's terrified. She's either scared of him because she doesn't want a bunch of bricks thrown through her window, so she's gonna let him do whatever he wants, or she doesn't want anything that would cause a mistrial or anything that would cause a whatever the fucking the other thing is. But some of the shit that motherfucker gets away with, it's like, holy fuck, how are you letting him do this? Any other courtroom, any other court case, the judge would have fucking backslapped that motherfucker. But nope, she just, it's okay, baby, I understand, it's okay. Whew. So, with that said, we're talking about Daryl Brooks, the guy that drove his SUV into the parade in, November in Wisconsin. Like, it didn't seem like it was that, I mean, it's a big deal because he killed a few people and he injured a bunch of people. But it kind of seemed like your typical, kind of your typical thing that happens in the U.S. But when I came across I watched the court TV channel on YouTube, and when I came across his case, I just clicked on it just for the hell of it, and I realized he was his own lawyer. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And I just watched it for 5 minutes, instantly hooked. He is dumber than shit. Oh, he thought, what is it called? God damn it, I can't even remember myself. When I remember, I'll tell you. But he thought thyroid was cancer. What do you mean by silhouette? Can you get into more detail on what you mean by silhouette? Like, silhouette, motherfucker, it's like a shadow, like an outline of a shadow, bitch. How do you not understand what that is? Anyways, Legless Lucy. I don't even know if I want to talk about this because I might go to jail, but I had a bit of an urge this morning, and I was just going to use my hand, with the typical squirt of lotion, and then I'm like, I look in the back, I'm like, no, I can't fuck that thing. That'd be horrible. But I'm like, man, that hole in that thing is really tight. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. No one's going to know. I'll fuck it. I'll wash it, dry it, put it back up there. So I grabbed it. I grabbed my little water-based oil, pumped it in the hole, and just did like 10 pumps in that motherfucker. Holy shit, is that thing tight. Just dumped and threw it in the sink in the laundry room to drain. Because it doesn't have an easy drain plug on it. You can't, if you shoot in from one hole, it doesn't drain out the other. It kind of builds up inside of there until you flip it over and spread it. So yeah, I'm rinsing it out and I'm going to dry it and put it back on display like nothing ever happened. So no, I didn't fuck it. Yes, I kind of did, but I didn't fuck it in the way that you're thinking. Like, I didn't look at it as a small ass. I looked at it as a tight hole. You know what? I'm done. No comment. That was bought for me to use, I think. So I had to use it, right? What am I supposed to do? Just let it sit there, collect dust? I was hoping that somebody would not notice it not there. Son of a bitch. Can't fuck shit nowadays, can you? It is made for tiny peepees. Exactly. That's probably one of the main reasons I used it, because it felt normal. Since I'm small and the hole was small, it felt normal. I didn't look at it you know what, I'm not even going to get into it. Even if I say I just looked at it as a whole, that would sound even worse. Let's just pretend I didn't say anything. How's that? Oh, I just shit my pants. Nothing happened. It fell on the floor, and there's dog hair on it. Let's put it that way. I did not fuck it. Look, if they sell it on Amazon, it's legal to fuck. Let's put it that way. So I can't go to jail for fucking that thing. Why don't you use your wife instead? She was at work, though. And when I get, like, the urge, it's got to be, like, now. I can't hold it and wait till later. It's like, I got it now, I got to do it now. Poor Roger is sleeping right next to me in his bed while I'm fucking this thing. If his eyes open, he's probably like, what the fuck is he doing? Is he fucking that thing? Holy shit. Take me back to where I came from, please. I don't want him to start fucking me. No, but he was sound asleep. He didn't see anything. If he was looking at me while I was doing it, I might have felt a little bit creepy. Did you wash your hands? Did you wash your fucking bird? You know, oh my God. I was kind of like really in the mood. I'm thinking to myself, this thing was probably cheap. Like he probably paid like $15 for it. It came out of some shithole in China. God knows how many dirty Asian hands were inside of this thing. And I didn't wash it out first. I just went straight in. And then when I was done, I just kind of wiped off and just went about my day. I didn't have... Wow, I hope I don't get an STD from that thing. Dude, if I do, I'm going to sue the creator, I'm going to sue Amazon, and I'm going to sue Happy Hippie. 3 lawsuits I'm going to file. Why did I even mention this? You know what? Let's start over. Let's pretend I didn't say this. Let's start from scratch here. Here we go. What's going on, you cross-eyed fucks? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to the only vape show in town that will not teach you anything about vaping. Actually, there's some good vape news. I went ahead and kind of pre-picked a few titles, so we might actually have a little bit of vape news content for today. One thing I'm really shocked about, I didn't even know, but I bet you guys didn't know it either, too, when I mentioned it, but we'll talk about that later. And there's a rumor going around that I was fucking some fake-ass silicone butt cheek. No clue where that came from, but you could disregard that. I would never do something like that. That's disgusting. Get an AIDS test. Dude, how bad would that suck if you got AIDS from fucking a goddamn sex toy? That would be some shit. But nowadays, getting AIDS ain't nothing. It's like getting a cold, getting AIDS nowadays. You meet a girl like, I've got HIV. Oh, that ain't no big deal. We'll still fuck. This ain't like the 80s or the 90s where it's like, God damn, he's got AIDS. Get him out. Get him out of here. Now you just look at like a chick that's got AIDS. You're like, yeah, she's probably going to be easy because she's got HIV. And there's not going to be many guys that want to fuck her, but I'm willing. All right. What do we have to talk about? Nothing. I talked about all of it. Party's over. Oh, I did see, was it Ismail? It was somebody that said that someone died today. I didn't know who this person was, so I had to use my good friend Google. And Robbie Coltrane, I guess he was one of the dudes in... He's a Scottish actor. One of the dudes in Harry Potter. Dude, there's like 2 photos of him. 3 photos. He looks exactly to a T like Ronnie Cash. I'm talking spot on. If Ronnie Cash was Scottish, he looks just like... Google that dude's name and tell me he does not look like Ronnie Cash. So shout out to him for passing away. Sorry to hear that. 72 years old. He lived a fun, fulfilling life. Hopefully he died of something, you know. Hopefully he died in his sleep. That's the best way to go. Die in your sleep because you never know that you died. And you still think you're living still to this day because you didn't know that you died. You don't remember going to sleep because you're not going to wake up. So once again, technically... I think a majority of time when people pass away, they don't know. You'll never know that you die I guess technically, regardless of how you die, it doesn't even matter. You'll never know that you died. You'll never, ever know that you died. Because even if you did know, you won't be around to kind of figure out that you know what I'm saying? So you'll never know that you died. It'll never happen. So there's nothing technically to worry about. He died at my local hospital. Oh, that sucks. I wasn't really a Harry Potter fan, so I'm not very... Angela's a big Harry Potter fan. I'm guessing he was one of the characters in there. He looks familiar, though. He looks like he's been in a bunch of other movies. So that face looks familiar. The mustache doesn't look familiar, but the face does. Da-da-da-da-da. You definitely look older, you son of a bitch. Congrats on making it this many years somehow. You know what made me look older? Is this fucking dog. That's what made me look older. Dude, after Haley was trained and all she did was sleep all morning, like all day, life was good. She was potty trained. I had to do nothing. And then when she like kind of passed, life got even better because there was absolutely nothing I had to do. I had the house to myself. I could take naps. And then this little fucking dog came along. Holy fuck, everything is just out the window now. I got a certain amount of time to do a video. I got to do this. I got to watch. Like, this is fucking... It's like having a goddamn kid. And then today, I get fed up finally about my electric once again. So I messaged the company that originally raped me at the beginning of the year for this electric fucking... all this shit they did that didn't really fix the problem, because when I use certain things in my living room, like let's say like a small space heater or like a vacuum or something like that, the lights just like, they go dim as hell, and they stay dim until that large amp draw device is turned off. Any other room of the house, upstairs, kitchen, whatever, doesn't do it. But the living room and the one bedroom that never gets used is on the same line. It's a 15 amp line, and I don't understand why it's happening. And it's driving me fucking crazy. So I called ComEd to come out and check the line, because I called another electrician. He said, well, before we come out and take a look at it, why don't you call ComEd and just have them look at the line just to make sure. I'm like, okay, they'll do that for free. I'm laying on the couch. I see two dudes just randomly pop in my fucking backyard. And they said, oh, you're the dude with no power? I'm like, no, I got power. It's just I'm having issues with my lights dimming. And I was told just to call you guys so you could check the line. He's like, you sure you got power? I'm like, yeah, I got power. He's like, because your meter is not even turned on. He's like, you sure? I'm like, I know that I'm sure because I'm in the house. There's lights, there's heat, there's everything. And he's like, well, your meter is just blank. I'm like, well, that... So anywho, they're apparently going to replace the meter, but that has nothing to do with my issue. So, once again, back to square one with that. I don't know. I'm assuming it probably would be as easy as just taking out that 15 amp breaker and popping in like a 20 amp breaker, but that might burn the house down, so I'm not going to do that. So we're going to do round two. Different company this time. And if I get fucked, I'm going to fuck somebody in chat. How's that? Shout out to Ray Franklin for being a member for 18 goddamn months. Dropping his freebie. He says, I hope you had a great birthday, young man. I don't know about the young man part. 45 years old, not young, old as shit, on my deathbed. I did have a fun Saturday, though. A few friends came over. Everyone kind of dressed up. I didn't. I dressed up for like 5 minutes. I put on that old-ass priest outfit, and then I took it off. Had a few beers, ate some food, sucked a few dicks, and, yeah, it was pretty much a night. We got another goddamn celebrity in chat, ST Vapes. He's a huge supporter of that Daryl Brooks guy. He believes Daryl Brooks should be set free. I don't know why he would think that, but we all have our opinion, I guess. Hell, with a 20 amp throws a 50 amp breaker at that bitch. Well, it's a 15 amp breaker for a 15 amp breaker for a living room and a bedroom. It seems a little on the low side. Maybe it's just me. Cheryl, we've been through this time and time again. I am 45 years old. Mark has a BLM sign outside his house. Depends on what side of the house you're looking at. On the front, I got a BLM sign, but on the back, there's a burning cross. So it really depends on what side you're coming from. Smoking reefer. I just want to sit here and play clips of the Daryl Brooks trial. I wish I probably could have if I put some effort into it, but I don't want to. But just sitting here and just sitting here and doing some oh my god, my brain is just old now. What is the fuck? Talking about the trial and showing some video clips. Oh man, I'd have a blast. Anyways, Ed Barkley, thank you, sir, for being a member for 29 months. That's money very well spent. He says, why didn't you go live during your birthday party? Well, I thought about that, Ed, and I said to myself, people should know by now not to believe anything that Angela says, because Angela originally said, she was the one that first said, we're going to go live. And I'm thinking to myself, you may not want to say that because you don't know what it's going to be like. What if there's people here that don't want to be on YouTube or whatnot? So my one buddy came over with his girlfriend and his mom, and I don't think they really wanted to be on YouTube. So therefore, I didn't go live. That's why I didn't go live. But Angela kind of initiated that whole go live thing on the birthday. So once again, if Angela says something, we've learned this many, many times, don't believe it. I did kind of confirm that we would go live, but I didn't plan on it. I was just planning on it being me and Angela. That's it. I was hoping everybody was going to cancel and nobody would show up. But people showed up, a few. There was only, how many people? 5 people showed up, and it turned out fun. It was fun, actually. Stop throwing off. I lost that. Stop. But change that subject. Fuck that piece of shit. Don't tell me, Ray. Tell ST. He's the one that supports his ass, not me. Stop throwing off on ST's cousin Daryl. Actually, what does he call himself? It's not Daryl. It's Daryl. Daryl. He is. He's not Darrell Darrell. There you go. It's not Daryl. It's Darrell. Did you get high? No, I had a few beers. I don't fucking smoke weed. I haven't had weed since the trailer park. I get too paranoid. There's too much in the trailer. There wasn't as much there was responsibility, but it wasn't that heavy of a responsibility. Now that we moved into a house, it feels like the responsibility is a lot heavier. So if I attempt to partake here, I will definitely have a panic attack. Not Darrell. Yeah, it was Darrell. Anywho, yeah. Unless, of course, I don't know. I came in for the birthday bash, but Mark gave me the address for the trailer. You know, Ginger, first of all, he's a liar. He was in the Bahamas this past weekend. What a piece of shit. While people are recovering from the biggest disaster of the millennium, he's out in the fucking Bahamas. Unbelievable. I can't believe that. It's disgusting. Does that mean they will ban vans now? Wait, what? Does that mean that vans? I don't get the joke. Did you get your birthday wish and get pegged? No, I didn't get pegged, but I did get a finger. I was hoping for 2 fingers, but I just got 1. I had to wait till Angela was like piss drunk, and then when she passed out, I just kind of took her finger and kind of went like this with her hand, and then I took my pants off, and I kind of figured myself with her hand. Something I always wanted to do. Did you get Grim and Homeboy's autograph at the party? Yes, I got their autograph. I got them to sign a mod, and they actually, we took a picture. I'll be sharing that photo with you guys later on. What changed from the trailer? You still take the trash out in your boxers. Actually, I don't take the trash out. I do sometimes, but not all the time. I don't really wear underwear outside all that much because, you know, I don't want to end up on that website just because I went outside in a pair of underwear. And there's a lot of kids in this neighborhood, and I'm just saying, I don't want to be that guy. Like, don't go by that guy's house. I don't want to be like Vape Bachelor, pretty much, where you can't have kids within like a 500 radius of your house. You can't be on the internet. You can't do this. You can't drive past a school. There's so many things he can't do. I don't want to be like that. I want to be free. I want to be able to go where I go. Kids come over. Hey, kids come over. They trick or treat. All good. I don't want to have my ankle bracelet going off just because some kid came over trick or treating. Smoking. Is Grim Grin only on Twitch now? I don't. His channel is still there, so how did it get taken down if his channel's still there? Channel is still there. I don't know. I feel like bit of, you know what? I'm not even going to comment on this because if I comment on it, people are going to say that, oh, you're being a hater and you're an asshole. So therefore, I'm not going to comment on it. All I'm saying is this shit could have been avoided early on if everyone took the proper steps like they were supposed to avoid getting strikes. And that includes, even though it's kind of a disappointment, deleting older videos. I had to delete a shit ton of my older videos. So did Mike. It really sucked. But it's like, you know what? You got to do that or you're going to risk losing your channel because those older videos, they got some shit in them that shouldn't be in them. So you got to get rid of them. And I know it sucks because it's like old and classic and it's good and you put hard work into it. But it's just how you got to do it. Mark, you're already an asshole in hater. And a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm not really. I've met way bigger assholes and way bigger haters, especially on the internet, than me. I'm very, very low key. Like I hardly hate anyone, and if I hate you, I mean, there's got to be a really, you know what I mean? Like, you got to have done something pretty fucked up for me not to like you. So, Misfit, blah, 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 blah. Good evening, Mark, you silly bastard. Good evening, Sammy Russell. Sammy Russell! Sounds like a baseball player for some reason. I don't know why. Dun 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 dun. All right, so I'm going to have a vape, and we're going to go check out some of the vape news because there's actually some good stuff to talk about. One thing, like I said, I wasn't even aware of it. The other thing is kind of stupid, and the other thing is a little stupider, but, you know, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Take a shit. I got the piece of shit hammer of God that's extremely heavy and got the shittiest battery door ever created. With the BTFC that looks like it's probably on its last leg. And I'm dripping the very last of the 6 milligram pumpkin custard cookie. So you got to know it's good and that I didn't just say it was good for the video, because if I'm still vaping this shit like a week later and the bottle's almost empty, that's a good indication that it's good. Or that's a good indication that they paid me a lot of money just so I would keep vaping it, even though I hate it. I wish that were the case, but it wasn't. That would be nice, though, if companies, like, offer you more. Like, well, we know you don't like it. We know it's a piece of shit. We really, truly do. But what if we just give you a little extra just to say, you know, hey, say it's good. Like, you know what? How much little are we talking here? How about an extra $5? You know what? Go ahead. Add it to the... Send an extra $5 over, and I'll get you a positive review out there. $5 goes a long way in today's fucking economy. I can't even buy a goddamn bag of fucking chips for $5! I went to Jewel. Most of you have a Jewel, if not, like Albertsons or Kroger or whatever the fuck you call them. A bag of Lay's potato chips on sale, regular size bag, was it $5.99 or $6.99? I want to say $5.99. Yeah, it was $5.99. That was the sale price. I went to Menards, same size bag, same brand, same every fucking thing, $3.99. A $2 difference. How the fuck is that possible for a hardware store that probably doesn't buy all that much stock? Their prices are $2 less than a grocery store that probably buys the shit by the ton. That just doesn't make sense. So if you have a Menards in your town, I'm telling you now, well, it's got to be one of the big Menards, like the 2-floor ones, not that shitty one with the single floor. Go there and do your food shopping there, because their shit is cheap. You'll thank me later. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You like to put it in my butthole. Partha, all the way from California. Thank you, sir, not ma'am, but sir, for that donation. Hey, Mark. Belated birthday wishes to you. Hope you had a good one, brother, and cheers. Well, thank you, Partha, you kind son of a bitch. Mark, why do I love you so much? Well, that's because you're a flaming homosexual, and you got a small penis like I do, so we kind of go hand in hand. La da 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 da. All right. Yo, Koger Pop price is crazy. Ooh. I'm telling you, if you got a Menards, man, go to fucking Menards and buy your food, because they're going to eventually catch on to this and find out that people are going to start food shopping at Menards, and their prices are going to go up. Currently, at the moment, no one goes to Menards for food shopping. I think we're the only two that go there. Of course, you obviously can't buy everything there, but they probably dropped the price on food because the cost of lumber and building supplies is crazy high. Yeah, but they got to be paying more or even the same as like the big grocery stores are paying. They're not buying as much stock as the grocery stores. So I'm assuming their price is going to be a little bit higher. That kind of, I mean, it doesn't really make any sense. But I'm not going to say anything because if I do, the prices will go up. I know Menards is watching now, the president. I know they're watching. They love watching the show on Monday. So hopefully they don't jack them prices up. Yes, Partha is from California, correct. He is I believe he is a surfer. I'm not sure. All right, so I know you guys are here for one thing and one thing only, to learn about vaping. So I'm here to give it to you. I'll teach you things that no one has ever taught you, and I'll tell you things that no one's ever taught you or said to you, because I don't know why. I'm just going to do it. So you got the 11% off. Nope, we didn't get the 11% off. That was without any discounts. I was fucking. And my favorite. Oh, look at these fucking things. Hold on, I gotta bring these up because this is fucking mind blowing. I gotta bring these up. Hold on. Amazon. Shit, what's the name of these stupid things? Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Fuck shit. Shit fuck. Oh. Shit. Oh, you know what? I'll remember it at the end of the show. Anyways, there's this snack, there's this treat that I like that's like $6.99 a bag on Amazon, and it's only like $2.50 a bag at Menards. Same size bag, same brand, same everything. Wow, I'm getting old, dude. I'm fucking talking about grocery store prices, and holy shit, am I really doing this? All right, hold on. This is fucked up. I don't know why I'm talking about... Do you know how much I paid for a loaf of bread today? 99 cents. Holy shit. My vagina's leaking. Bread is so cheap. We're going to start this over because I feel like I'm really old. So let's start fresh. I don't want to start the show off talking about, fucking a goddamn 5-year-old plastic butt cheek or whatever the fuck it is. When I say 5-year-old, I don't mean the age. I meant when it was made. It was made 5 years ago. Let's be very clear on that. And we're not going to talk about the weather, and we're not going to talk about food prices, all right? So here we go. What's up, you cross-eyed pieces of shit? That was kind of rude, actually. Let's start over. Hold on. I didn't mean to call you guys pieces of shit. Hold on. Let's start over. Let's be polite. Here's Poppy. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the show. My name's Mark, and I'm here to teach you about vaping. So buckle up and sit back, because you're about to learn a lot today. And don't look at my crooked eye, because that would not be polite. Here we go. Yay! Are you going to take our pants off too? No! All right. So what do we have? Anything exciting? Well, other than having 27,000 people watching at the moment, that's probably a news story in its own. So the first exciting headline that I decided to choose that we should discuss is, should we click on the observer view on the dangers of assuming vaping is a safe alternative to smoking? Now that sounds too, here's the one I wanted to look over. This one? No, not that one. Where's it at? My patient vapes. How should I counsel him? Not that one. This one. This was a shocker to me. Anybody else in chat, let me know. Is this a shocker to you? We Vape, We Vote tour stops in whatever the fuck EAU clear is. I don't know if that's another part of the country or where the fuck that's at. It looks like another part of the country, but my whole thing is I didn't realize the We Vape, We Vote thing was still going on. And it's the same, like, like the We Vape, We Vote kind of, whatever the fuck it's called, like, I guess logo or artwork or whatever. Did you guys know that the We Vape, We Vote was still going on? I didn't know that. So yeah, it's still going on, and wait a minute. Is this in Wisconsin? We Vape, We Vote tour stops in EAU Clare. But EAU Clare, who's signing this? We Vape, We Vote is an organization that believes vaping saves lives and is touring the country to share the message. An iconic vapor in EAU Clare, U.S. Senator Ron Johnson, joined the event, saying, "This movement does not encourage people to start vaping, but it provides a way to help people quit smoking." Where the fuck is EAU? What is this? Is this a town? I gotta look this up. I'm lost. I probably should have paid attention in school. What is this? EAU Clare, city in Wisconsin. Okay, there we go. EAU Clare is a city mostly located in EAU Clare County, Wisconsin. Okay, now it makes sense. So they're in Wisconsin. So I didn't even know that We Vape, We Vote was still going on. And they were still doing their thing. Did anyone else know this? Did anyone in chat know this? Does anyone in chat even know what the fuck We Vape, We Vote is all about? Probably not, right? I'm assuming it's the same We Vape, We Vote that we attended a few years back. But who knows? I don't know. But I found it just kind of... That was kind of shocking that it's still going on. So, yeah, that was just mind-blowing to me. The Centers for Disease Control Prevention say that e-cigarettes are not safe for kids, teens, young adults, pregnant women, and adults who don't currently use tobacco. That doesn't make sense, but all right. That makes no sense. But that's the only part I was kind of shocked about is the We Vape, We Vote they were still around. I don't think the guys from whatchamacallit is still Eau Claire. That's what I said. Didn't I say Eau Claire? No, I didn't. I don't think the dudes from whatchamacallit, I don't think they're still running it anymore. I don't know. I just was not aware of this. It's not old news either, Jason. This is news that was 1 day ago. Uno momento for our Mexican viewers out there, right? Uno momento, 1 day ago. So this news is about as fresh as you can get. This show isn't about rehashing old vape news. We don't pull up topics from 3 months ago. The shit I talk about has happened within 2 or 3 days, okay? I'll give you guys current news topics. Keep that in mind when you're deciding on which show is the best show on YouTube. When you're voting on that website that says, which show is the best? Even though this is not a show, still, it's one of the best. All right, shut your mouth. Here's another one. Thieves, for those out there that don't know what a thief is, a thief is a person that kind of steals shit, like a burglar. And when it's spelled thieves with a V, that means there's more than one. I knew that. Thieves smashed truck through vape shop wall in Portland. Swipe armfuls of merchandise. Once again, how fucking stupid are you to rob a goddamn vape shop? If you're going to break in somewhere, well, breaking into a vape shop's probably got to be the easiest thing. Pick something, go to a Best Buy, go somewhere where at least the shit you take, you can resell it and get a decent amount of money back. You go to a fucking vape shop, you're stealing shitty ass disposables, chances are that place, and there's a video clip of the truck. Can I play this with no audio? Let's see. Oh yeah, I can play it no audio. Oh no, don't talk, bitch, shut up! There you go, okay, good. I want to see the kind of truck that went through the window. Nice vape shop. That was a nice truck, too. I think the truck cost more than the goddamn shit they stole. Actually, it's a nice looking vape shop. That's a nice shop. Anyways, stealing vape gear is like breaking into a fucking gas station and stealing cigarettes. Well, nowadays it may make sense because they're $15 a pack, but back then when they were like $2 a pack, it made no sense. Or stealing instant lottery tickets, knowing damn well you can't cash them in because if you do, you'll get caught like a dumb motherfucker. Shit like that. Don't fucking rob vape shops. Rob something worth robbing. News you can use with your host, VapnFagan. I'm not sure this is news you can use, but you can use and abuse while you're watching the show. They go after the CBD. There we go. CBD's got, I guess. CBD can be expensive if it's higher milligram shit. But like a THC shop or head shop or dispensary, there ain't no fucking way you're going to break into one of those. You can have a fucking tank, and there still is no way you're going to break in. At least not in the ones in Illinois. Because you got to go through fucking different layers of security. It's like almost like going into the White House, even though I've never been there, or like the Federal Reserve. Like you got to go into one booth, and then they got to kind of look at you in the camera. Then you go through another door, and say, okay, let's see your ID. Show them your ID. Okay, go to another door. Someone takes your ID, they fucking put it in the computer, they look at it, okay, that's you. Go through another door, and then you're like in the store. You're like, oh, can I have this? And oh, I need to see your ID. Show them your ID. Then, when you're ready to buy, can I see your ID one more time? So you show your ID like 5 times to 4 different people just to buy a bag of fucking overpriced weed. I have no idea what we're talking about, by the way. Oh, we're talking about vape shops. All right, there we go. So there you go. Don't rob a fucking vape shop. They sell heads. Yeah, I never understood head shop. Like, head shop. I don't get the head part. They were called head shops back in the day. What's the head part about? I don't get it. But I'm pretty sure if you Google it, Google will tell you what you need to know. All right. Next bit of news. Here it is, folks. Brace yourselves. This is coming from Vice. Vice has always got good news, and their shit's always like pretty accurate. We asked an expert why vaping makes you want to poo. Yes, that is a topic. It's a headline. And what's the date on this bad boy? Because we only do shit that's current and up to date. This is 12 hours ago. So this is probably the first time you're ever hearing about this. You're welcome, by the way. So we asked an expert why vaping makes you want to poo. If you were to stop vaping or consuming nicotine, you would probably become constipated, probably for a couple of days. I kind of believe that. When you reach out to an acclaimed, when you reach out to an acclaimed expert and scientist, it's usually not under the something of asking some incredible, they're using big words, question. But we here at Vice have a obligation to bring the people what they want, blah, blah, blah. No one gives a fucking rat's ass. So we contacted a newly appointed honorary professional fellow at the University of Melbourne, blah, 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 who actually is retired. Okay, no one gives a shit. Get to the goddamn point. So what happens from the first hit of a vape, and they are talking about a nicotine vape, so e-liquid. They're not talking about THC. According to this, whoever the fuck he is, with the assumption that the vape is inhaled orally, your first hit of a vape will travel through the lungs and through the wall of the intestine. The nicotine will then excite the gut wall and the enteric nervous system, a part of the body that controls motor functions, blood flow, something transport, and something system. Most of the neurons in that system will be sensitive to nicotine, so they will be stimulated. Ooh. Then it will enter the bloodstream and affect a variety of areas of the body, including the brain, where its main stimulant effects occur. Why do vapes make things feel a little funny down there? There are several different reasons why that happens. The first one is simply that the nerve cells that detect what's going on within the gut transmit. Okay, we don't listen. The bottom line, most of you probably know this, and if you don't know it by now, nicotine will make you shit. It'll help you shit. Just like cocaine will, or what they cut it with, baby laxatives and everything else, battery acid and God knows what else. So nicotine does kind of help people. You know, have you ever have a cup of coffee in the morning with a vape? You notice how you shit really good in the morning? That's probably why. Nic salt also, like Nic salt will sometimes make me shit too. But it's not an everyday thing. Like when your body starts to build a tolerance for it, you're not going to. But I'm assuming when you first start kind of vaping, in the first month or so, especially if you're vaping a high nic, you'll shit a lot better. It's like doing your first line of cocaine. Man, you take one of the biggest shits you've ever seen before. It just clears out your whole colon. It's like, and you're like, wow, that was good. And then you're on the toilet just shitting your brains out, and it feels so good. But then after that, you don't shit as good anymore, and you want to keep doing cocaine, and then, yeah. And then after a while, your shit turns into like a bloody coffee ground looking shit pile. And then you realize that you've become a cokehead. You've been doing cocaine for 20 years, and now you're shitting blood, and it's not as fun as it used to be, and now you want to quit. So don't ask what's happening, because I don't know. Anyways, at the end of the day, they had to contact a fucking researcher to let them know that nicotine tingles the butthole and makes you want to take a shit. Well, I'm glad they contacted whoever the fuck he was, because they could have contacted me and I could have just told them same goddamn thing. Oh, we got movement. What do you need?
Oh, there, green dinner.
Serve it. Out. Close the door when you leave too. You didn't bring a fresh beverage. Are you willing to feed it to me?
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That right there is a chicken testicle. And now you're probably thinking, oh, he's being a smart ass. No, we eat chicken testicles around here. It's a delicacy that my family's had for like 20 years. And you can only buy chicken testicles at like 2 or 3 stores in Chicago. And they're hard to find. You're not going to find them at like Jewel or wherever else. But these chicken testicles, man, Nothing's better than having a chicken's nutsack in your mouth. It's delicious. All right. I don't know what else. Do we have any other news here? That was kind of like the show ender right there with the with the poo. Alcohol is converted to acid. Okay, now they go into all long, and then they say, and so how does that affect pooping? And it's a long story. If you guys want to read it, if you got nothing better to do, it's on Vice's website. You can just Google. And if you're wondering, Mark, how do you find all this up-to-date news on vaping? Like, how do you must be like you must work really hard at this. How do you do what you do? God, I wish I was like you. Well, you can be like me. All you got to do is just type vaping into Google and then click on the news topic, and it will bring up the newest news topics that contain the word vaping. I probably shouldn't have gave away my idea, but there you go. Oh man, those fucking chicken testicles are so good. And if you get them at the right time, like the right season, and you got to pay a little more, there'll be semen still in those testicles. So when you bite into them, you get like this creamy like chicken gravy, but it's actually chicken semen, and it's delicious. I know it sounds nasty, but chicken testicles with semen, man, they don't need gravy, they don't need seasoning. You could eat them with your hands, you could eat them with a fork. They're the best. All right. Mark works harder than that green guy. That's racist. If you stop vaping and get constipated, just eat some Taco Bell. There you go. Or you can start doing drugs. Drugs always loosen you up. Yeah. What do we got? Oh, we got time left. I thought the show was over. No, it's not. We got time. All right, we can do some more topics. Rally in Rockford raises awareness on vaping. I'm assuming this is the We Vape, We Vote. Shit, they went to Illinois too. Why wasn't I aware of this? I'll be a son of a bitch. I'm a bit offended by it, to be honest with you. Rockford, Illinois, a group is going coast to coast to raise awareness and educate people on vaping. We Vape, We Vote made a stop at Rockford Marco's Vapor headquarters on Monday, which is today. They said that every American should be able to use vaping to quit smoking. Some lawmakers, blah, 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 blah. There are 20 million Americans who are using vaping, blah, 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 blah. Organizers said that the small businesses and jobs in the industry are also at risk, but stay tuned to a YouTube channel called VapnFagan for all the facts and news and all the updates about the vape industry. Don't watch anyone else because it's a waste of your time. VapnFagan is the best. He does disposables, he does AIOs, and he loves to jerk off old guys. Wow, that's interesting. All right, enough of that. I get too excited. Whoa, what's this guy? Anyways, did anyone know this? I did not know We Vape, We Vote were still around, let alone, like, touring. I didn't realize that. Someone in chat here has to know something about it. Somebody. You're not telling me out of 27,000 people, not one of you motherfuckers don't know anything about the We Vape, We Vote tour that's going on? Fuck that goddamn Pulse AIO. That's a fucking piece of shit. And I told every one of you motherfuckers you didn't listen, you bought it anyways, and you learned the hard way. There is no show tonight. No, this is just a, it's kind of an update to an update. We vape, and some of us are felons who can't vote. Now that would be a good sign to hold. Or how about, I vape, I'm a pedophile, so I can't vote. Not me in particular. Not that I try to vote, but sometimes it's kind of hard to do. Mark, that's old news, dumbass. What's old, motherfucker? I'm going to sodomize you with a fucking coat hanger. This news story was released 38 minutes ago. 38, there's not even the fucking local news on your television can provide you with this up-to-date news like I can. I'm giving you news that happened today, a half hour ago. Find me a news station. CNN can't even do that shit. So CNN, if you're watching, suck a dick. If you want me to be on your show or on your station, contact me. Vaping Uncle Touchy. Why is it always an uncle that's got to touch somebody? Has no one ever got molested by their aunt? Is it like a thing that never happens, or people just don't talk about it? Like, Aunt Judy made me blow my load in her face. I wasn't comfortable, but boy, can she suck a dick, Dad. Well, son, that's your Aunt Judy. She takes after your mother. She's a whore, too. Sad part, let's see. He does wear Angela's. What am I wearing of Angela? I actually got... Oh, I forgot to tell you guys what I got for my birthday. So, Johnny the Beard and his beautiful Polish princess bought me, ladies and gentlemen, underwear. For another man to buy another man underwear for his birthday is just a hair bit creepy. But he bought me underwear. He bought me socks. He actually bought me this Adidas shirt that I'm currently wearing. Something's kind of creepy about all the clothes. I don't know what's going on, but... Some beer, some goodies, some penis play. I didn't put it on display yet, but I got my... Funny thing is, I got a large cock, little cock soap ring thingy that someone else gave me a few years ago that's much larger than this. So I don't know what it is about me and cock soap, but I guess they're trying to say something. I should probably use this after fucking that dirty-ass toy. And then, we've got the Little Penis book. Hi, everybody. I'm the Little Penis. And I want to go in your butt. I'm not circumcised, so I may look kind of funny. But all you need to do is just give me a slice, and I'll look normal. Ooh, are those herpes? No, silly. Those are my eyes. All right, I'm losing my mind. Anyways, yeah, Johnny the Beard is kind of like Santa Claus. Because every time I see him and his wife, it's tons of gifts. Tons of gifts. And they brought a whole bunch. I got like bread. Pretty much everything that I like, they brought. Like they kind of somehow know all the shit that I like. So either he's looking through the windows of my house, or he really pays attention to the shows and the videos. Because everything he got was like spot on something I would buy. Well, maybe not the underwear, because the underwear were pretty high end, and I wear generic underwear. That's probably the only thing that was a little off, but everything else pretty spot on. Oh, and he bought me some the dude wipes, the moist ass wipes. Those are the best. Taking a shit, you wipe your ass with that moist dude wipe. It just feels so good. I needed a tractor for Christmas. Well, become friends with Johnny the Bear, and you know what? You may get that tractor you wanted. And anybody else in chat, if you guys need something, just, hit him up. Be nice and friendly with him. He'll buy you a new car. He'll get you a fucking house, tractors, you name it. He'll get it. Difference between a baby wipe is more designed for a baby. A dude wipe looks okay. A dude wipe is a baby wipe that smells like a dude and comes in a really cool package. And they put an extra $1 or $2 onto the price. But it looks cool in your bathroom. And it smells good. Not that anyone's going to smell my asshole, but smelling that strong menthol, just going across your your butthole, like you just got done taking a shit, so your asshole is stretched out, and there's still some doo doo around the edge of the hole, and you're like, if you take dry paper, all you're gonna do is just smear that shit all across your ass, inside of your ass cheek. You're like, fuck, I don't want to use dry paper, so you grab a dude wipe. It's moist, it's thick. You put it in there, and that moist, cottony cloth paper, whatever the fuck it is, it hits your butthole, and that menthol sensation just travels up your intestines. You're like, oh yeah. And then you can take your finger and you can kind of dig into that shit ring that going around your butthole, and you can just wipe all that shit right off your hole. And you can make a nice clean wipe rather than just smearing this shit with some dry ass dirty toilet paper. What I usually do is I'll start off with a wet wipe. I'll go in there and I'll scoop out that big, that last piece of shit that's hanging there. Then I'll go in dry to get a nice deep clean. Then I'll follow that with another dude wipe. And my asshole, it's so clean. You could eat my ass literally right after I'd taken a shit. That's how clean my butthole gets. If you're into tossing salads and you're tired of having to take a shower, whenever you want to start get your salad tossed, get some dude wipes. And you'll never have to clean your ass again before you get your salad tossed. Use the dude wipe, then dry off with TP. Don't knock it till you try it. I'm telling you. I've done it both ways, and it really depends on the mood and the type of shit I took. Like, if I took a shit that's a clean break, that really requires no wipe at all, but you still gotta wipe, then I'll do wet and then dry. But if it's like a shitty, messy, pile of shit where there's like a chunk hanging off your butthole that you can't shake it off when you're going like this, so you have no other choice but to go in and kind of grab it, then I'll go wet, dry, wet. But I used to actually, when I used to take shits, and I used to kind of shake my ass to kind of get that last turd to break off your butthole. I remember in the trailer park, I used to do that so much that I actually loosened up the toilet on my floor one time, and the fucking toilet came loose from the floor. I shook my ass so hard, I just disconnected the toilet. Anyways, I use plain white toilet paper, and then I stick the dry ones on the wall so they don't clog up the toilet. That might, you know what? Putting them on the wall is a good idea, but I think after a few months, you're gonna have a problem on your hands. You're gonna have dried up shit paper all over the walls, and that shit doesn't peel off like you think it would. It crusts on the wall. You're gonna have to repaint that whole bathroom. Unless, of course, you spray the walls with the hot water, and it kind of re-moistens up that shitty toilet paper, and then you just kind of peel it off, but that takes a lot of work, and you're still going to have shit stains all over your walls. Mark, what do you use? 2-ply? I use only one toilet paper. It's the best, and it's the one I think only everyone should use, Scott's. The hard, thin Scott's, the nice 1,000-sheet roll. What is that, a single ply, I think? I like Scott's because you can stick a lot down the toilet. When you use Charmin, it's like wiping your ass with like a quilt or like a fucking blanket. This shit's too thick. And if you just take, let's say you're like one of those people that just takes a single sheet that wipe your ass with, which I don't know how the fuck that's possible, your finger will rip through it. I had this friend when I was in grammar school. We were actually my best friend in grammar school. He was Mexican, by the way. And his family, also Mexican. I don't think they were too fond of white people, but his son his best friend was white, which was me. So anyways, I remember when I used to sleep over at his house, his dad was really strict about toilet paper. And you would only be allowed to use like 3 sheets of toilet paper. And I'm talking 3 squares. Like you got to rip the square at the dotted line. Well, I didn't know this. So I go there one day, I'm sitting there. I take a shit in their main bathroom. And when I shit, I have to use a lot of toilet paper. If you don't have Scott's, and you got Charmin on there, I'm going to use probably almost a whole roll. Another reason I like Scott's because it lasts longer because it's a lot thinner. Anyways, I use about half a roll of toilet paper to wipe my ass with. His family probably goes through a roll of toilet paper every 6 months because they only use like 2 or 3 sheets per wipe. When I came into that bathroom and his dad found out I used that much toilet paper, that motherfucker hit the fucking fan. Holy shit, he wanted me out of that fucking house. I don't know what he was saying, but he was cursing like hell in Spanish. I'm like, what the fuck happened, man? He's like, dude, why do you use so much toilet paper? I'm like, what? I gotta wipe my ass? He's like, yeah, but you ain't gotta use that much toilet paper. My dad said I gotta go home. So, never stood over again after that. Never took a shit at his house ever again. That's a true story, by the way. Another true story, in case you're curious. I had a black friend. And of course, his family was black. They liked white people, though. And his parents were, like, very, like, strict and, like, religious. And they did grace and all the weird shit, and they went to church and all that. I remember I stood over at his house, and it was, like, a big ordeal to be able to sleep at his house because his parents were so fucking, like, uptight. And they're like, oh, if you're going to sleep over, we're going to need this and that and this and that. Long story short, I slept over after dinner. She's like, all right, time for a bath. And I'm like, oh, okay, I took one already. We're good. She's like, nope, if you sleep over, you got to take a bath. This motherfucking dude's mom gave me a bath in the bathtub. We didn't take one together. Like, he went in there. His name was Philip, by the way. He had one old brother that was, like, probably 19. Another brother that was probably, like, 17, and then a little sister. I forgot I was probably 11, 12. This bitch gave me a bath. I don't remember. I don't think I got a hard on from it. But yeah, she gave me a bath, and after that, I never slept over at his house ever again. So yeah, pretty interesting, right? I wouldn't consider it molesting because the only thing she did was really just give me a bath. I wish she probably would have jerked me off. It would have been, kind of cool to lose your virginity at 12 or 11. But nope, she just gave me a bath. Anywho, chicken testicles. Try them out. I think you can get them freeze dried on Amazon. They're like $9.99 a pound. Try them out though. Google it. Chicken testicles. Get the ones with the semen in the testicle. It's a lot juicier. And I think after that, we're done. Don't act like you don't enjoy it, says Ray Ray. I was too young to enjoy it. I don't think I got boners that... I don't remember. Did I get a boner that early? I don't remember. I was more in shock than anything. I couldn't even if I wanted to enjoy it, I was too much in shock that I had to do it. I didn't have to do it. She said, well, if you're not going to take a bath, you have to go home. Luckily, I only lived like 10 houses down. I lived on the same block, so I could just run home. But I really wanted to sleep over. I'm like, just give me a bath. Who cares? So she didn't jerk me off or anything like that. She just like legitimately gave me a bath. I'm like, holy hell. So yeah. Anywho, I think we're done. I think it's been an hour, has it? Yep, hour and 12 minutes. I gave you guys some news, some content, some stories. I taught you guys a thing or two about vaping. Taught you how to wipe your ass. I gave you some recommendations on different types of food and toilet paper and where to shop. And I think that's about it. Remember, the news that you see here is all current and up to date. No washy-washy. We don't bring you shit that's like 10 years old. And we don't discriminate. Well, we do kind of discriminate a little bit, but not that much. Nobody other than Craig is racist here. So I don't support anything he says or does, but he watches the shows. So there's nothing I can do. If there was a way for me to block him from watching, I would, but I can't. So it is what it is, right? Anyways, folks, it's been fun. Gonna be a Zoom after show, so if you're bored, there's a link in chat right there. Just click on that motherfucking link and jump in, hang out. If you don't want to hang out, then hey, suck a dick. I'll see you guys tomorrow on ST show. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. I might be stuck to the Daryl Brooks trial. I'm telling you, tomorrow, watch it. You will get hooked instantly. It's on from like 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. YouTube, Court TV, watch it. They're not sponsored, but if they're watching right now and you want to sponsor the show, hit me up. Good night, folks. It's been fun. Now let's suck each other off. Because I love the taste of penis in my mouth. His mouth.